Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. And you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Smacked Raw podcast on this Friday afternoon. It's the last of January. Man, a lot's happened this month. This is your Smackdown post show. This is your host for Friday, Sebastian. I'm joined here by Kevin. He's became my kind of regular Friday co-host here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, Kevin, how we doing today, dude?
Not bad, man. Enjoyed the show tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good show. I thought it was going to be a little rough after that first segment. After they announced we were going to have a dog food match. That was
Yeah, I was I was not into that either.
As soon as they said that, I was like, well, this is going to be a rough 2 hours. But no, they turned it around. I mean, it wasn't a bad. Real quick before we start, if me or Kev seem kind of out of it, it is a special occasion. It is the Lakers' first game since Kobe's death. I don't want to spend too much time on that. This is a wrestling podcast, but I do want to say, that tragic event happened Sunday. Prayers for all the families involved, not just Kobe's.
Absolutely.
But also every teenage girl in that family and the pilot's family. And, it's really tragic. I grew up used to basketball was what wrestling is to me today. Back when I actually played the sport, and which I still watch it. I'm just wrestling's number one in my life now as far as entertainment goes, and that's taking a back seat. But I just felt the need to say, rest in peace, Kobe and Gigi and all the other victims. And thank you, Kobe, for being a big influence on my life. But now we got that out of the way.
Absolutely, man.
I haven't been on a show since then, so I just felt the need to throw a little Kobe love in there. But,
totally.
Now we are here to talk about a little brighter thing, something not so sad. Well, it depends on if you, how sad you get when you think of a loser eats a dog food match. But
yeah.
But nothing compared to that. But anyway, we are here. We are your Smack Raw podcast, guys. We're available on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, a lot of audio forms, and also hit that like and subscribe on YouTube. We trying to get to 100 subscribers. We're going to do something terrible to Vince. We don't know what it is yet. He hasn't even agreed to do it, but he's doing it. He'll just have to be okay.
Yeah. He doesn't have a choice, basically.
God. I'm not restarting this recording. Sorry, guys. On the bottom, you'll see our ticker. We tried to get on webcam tonight for you, and it just wasn't happening. We're starting 45 minutes late here. And for all that all that crap, I guess, since I can't speak, I forgot to change my ticker, so I'm just gonna take that off right there. Man, this is
it's been a day for the Smack Raw Pod. Holy crap!
Yeah, we might even have lost a member tonight. I'm not going to talk about that until it's, I guess, more official. Who knows? Something might work out, but it's been a rough day for the Smack Raw crew, man. But here we are talking about January 31st episode of Smackdown. To start the show, I guess I should go ahead and give the phenomenal Smackdown rundown before we start talking about specific topics.
My new favorite segment of the show.
Really, man? Well, thank you, dude. I like that.
that was awesome.
Phenomenal Smackdown rundown. But
I legit LOL'd the hell out of that, man. It was so good.
I had to come up with something creative. But guys, we opened the show. Roman Reigns came out, and at this point, I was kind of excited I was like, oh, we're starting out with a match, but yeah, that didn't happen. Roman Reigns coming out, gets a mic, just talks about Corbin and their match. Usos come out, King Corbin comes out, followed by Dolph and Rude. They just got some back and forth talking about their match on Sunday. Corbin said that Roman needed the Usos, blah blah blah. You know, typical heel stuff.
Yep.
Well, and then there's a challenge made. There's a rematch of last week, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, rematch, 6-man tag, Usos and Roman versus Corbin and Dolph and Rude. The loser eats dog food. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though. You know what I did like about that was the Usos part of the promo. That was fire. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, their lines wasn't bad. Roman kind of had a little stuff, especially when, what do you call Corbin? Fetish boy or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why they feed Roman these corny things. I really don't.
Right.
Like, I do like Roman. I think in the ring, Roman is, top tier. He doesn't get the respect he deserves, but yeah, when he's on the mic, man, they just give him some rough material.
Oh yeah. Because I'm not a Roman hater, and it's not his fault. It's
No.
like it just,
I mean, it's just rough material. But that's after that. We got a fatal 4-way tag, number 1 contenders match, Heavy Machinery versus Revival versus Miz and Morrison versus Lucha House Party of all people. I feel like we haven't seen them in like 3 months, and then all of a sudden they're in a number 1 contenders match. If that tells you anything about the tag division.
Yeah.
But no, it was,
don't hold back, man. Tell us how you really feel.
I mean, it's true. I mean,
no, I hear you. I mean, you're totally right. But,
like, hey,
I think the last time I saw him actually was when I was still watching 205 Live regularly, if I remember correctly.
They've been on SmackDown, I want to say, a couple times. Like, after
you might be right.
Right after the draft, I feel like they had a couple matches.
Maybe you're right. You're probably right.
And that was, I guess, early October. So,
okay, so it has been a minute.
Yeah, it's been like 3 months or something like that since we saw him on SmackDown. But this was a fun match, I thought. I enjoyed it. Even, I'm sitting here giving them shit, but I even enjoyed the Lucha House Party stuff that they threw in there.
Sure.
The finish came, though. John Morrison hit his, what's it called, Vince?
Oh, Jesus.
Starship Pain. Yeah.
I'm not Vince.
Shit. Kev. This has been a rough day. All right.
It's all right, man. I had to call you out on that box.
If you had had my last 2 days at work, you'd understand.
I gotta get. It's all right, man. I'm not actually pissed. I mean, I gotta give you shit about it.
I mean, I'd be pissed. I mean, who wants to be called Vince? No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Well, that's true.
No,
I'm pissed now. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm kidding. I love you, Vince. But
yeah, Vince is a man.
Yeah, that was the finish. Morrison hits the Starship Pain. He had a rough landing on it. Like,
yeah.
The ring didn't give any. It didn't look like as soon as Morrison hit it, it looked like he felt it. Like, I think it hurt him more than it hurt. I want to say that or Scott Dawson.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was one Revival got pinned. I'm pretty sure it was Dawson. But
yeah, it looked like an awkward landing anyway,
yeah,
at the very least.
Yeah, it looked a little rough. But after that, we got Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Alexa Bliss. And oh, by the way, that Fatal 4-Way, the winner got New Day at Super Showdown. So Miz and Morrison versus New Day is going to happen. Definitely the right call, in my opinion, with how the storyline's been going.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped for that. Like,
yeah,
maybe this might be a halfway decent Saudi Arabia show. You know, who knows?
Yeah, and they've shown that. The last time they went, they're not afraid to have a title change. They had the Fiend beat Rollins there, so who knows? Go ahead.
Plus, they're allowing women to wrestle there now too, which is a big plus.
So who knows, man? the first few times you went there, you felt like you don't even really need to watch the show because nothing big's going to happen. But, in the history books, that's where the Fiend, it says the Fiends beat Roman Reigns, or Seth Rollins,
Yeah,
so
that's very true. Yeah. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest with you. I think because it was a Saudi Arabia show.
So, yeah, I mean, they're starting to get a little, less shy about having bigger things happen there. It's not as big as a glorified house show as it used to be. So who knows? Maybe Miz and Morrison takes the belts there. I'm not sure. Maybe they stretch it out to Mania. I don't know. I'm all for this feud. I've really enjoyed it so far.
Either way, I'll take that match for sure, no matter what happens.
But then again, at Mania, I'm sure there's going to be a multi-tag match because that's how they always do it. I can't remember the last time we've had a straight 2-on-2 tag title match at Mania. It seems like every year it's a fatal 4-way tag or something like that. But speaking of tag matches, after this, we got Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Before this, though, I'm pretty sure it was before this, Otis and Mandy and Tucker and Sonya was all backstage. Otis actually asked Mandy out for a date next Friday.
Yeah, he did.
Mandy, gave the response I was waiting for. I got plans next Friday, Otis. I can't. And I was like, that's pretty much what I expected. But then she's like, but the Friday after, I'm free. So Otis and Mandy are having a date on Valentine's Day. Hell yeah. Man,
I can't root hard enough for Otis with this.
Otis shot his shot and he scored. He Kobe'd, man. He Kobe'd.
Yeah, well, for sure.
But after that, we had the match: Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And commentary brings up the winner of this match could be positioning themselves to get the Kabuki Warriors. Whether that happens or not, who knows? It seems like they've kind of forgotten about the titles since the Asuka and Becky feud. So who knows what'll happen with the titles? They might. I mean, if they drop them right now, would you ever really, pay attention to it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you, and it's a shame too, as far as I'm concerned.
It is.
But you're totally right.
We're saying every crap on them. It could be worse. At least these women did get I think 8 minutes or something like that tonight. That's a lot better than what they usually get on SmackDown.
Oh yeah. This was a legit match. I mean, we've talked about that a couple times. So I was happy to see that. Yeah.
Alexa Bliss did hit the really good-looking Twisted Bliss for the win.
Hell yeah.
And when I say really good, I mean the move before anybody calls me a pervert or whatever. It was the total opposite of John Morrison's Starship Pain. This one looked fluid. It looked really good. I mean, it was really well done.
She fucking nailed it.
Yeah. And after this, we have an Intercontinental Championship match: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Braun Strowman. This was something I did not expect. I expected this match to be a non-finish, Sami Zayn or Cesaro interfering, something along that line. But that's not what happened. Sami, earlier in the match, exposed a turnbuckle. Shinsuke was the victim that fell to it. He hit the turnbuckle. He turned around, got the power slam. Braun Strowman's running power slam. And this is where I expected somebody to run in the ring. But no. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman gets his first singles title.
Yo, I popped like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I did for multiple reasons. One, I was happy for Braun. He finally, he's earned it, I believe.
100%.
And then again, like I said, I was not expecting a finish.
No.
I mean, I just wasn't. if anything, this is something that I expected maybe to happen at the Saudi show. We know Sammy don't go to that show.
Right.
At least hasn't so far. Due to his beliefs or whatever. And, you could have maybe brought that in a storyline. Shinsuke don't have no backup or whatever. Could have done it that way. But no, they did it on live TV with Cesaro and Sammy both at ringside. Just did not expect it, man.
Braun, he won super strong,
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Really did. After that, Elias was in the ring, just a singing. He interrupted. Well, let's start this. Sammy and Shinsuke and Cesaro was in the back. They tried to get an interview with him. As Sammy was trying to answer, Elias starts singing in the ring. Sammy takes offense. He sends Cesaro out, and Cesaro pretty much got his butt whipped by Elias. So.
Yep.
Yeah, this faction. We'll get into it a little bit. I want to talk about what's next for these three guys, cause this could be the end of it. So
absolutely.
But after this, we got Sheamus versus Shorty G. Before the match, Shorty G attacked Sheamus during his entrance. Because he's a babyface, and babyfaces do that.
Right. Right.
So I guess that was the show that he's Shorty G, but he has, I don't know, he has like it ain't the size of the dog. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing
I
I
didn't get it either.
But these guys got a few minutes. It wasn't really a bad match. But yeah, bro kick ends the match. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus gets the win.
Yep.
Wins the rematch.
Also, we just I was gonna say we just got that match on Sunday, last Sunday. So like okay.
So yeah, 2 out of the 4 announced matches coming in tonight was rematches from maybe last Friday.
Yep.
Or Royal Rumble. And technically in the 6-man both, because you saw all 6 of these guys in Roman and Corbin's match on Sunday anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. After this, Bayley comes out. She's gloating over her win over Lacey. She actually calls out Charlotte Flair. Kind of caught me off guard.
Does.
But instead, Naomi arrived, making her return to this blue brand. And I didn't really think about this, but Naomi did make a good point. Bayley's never beat Naomi.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she's pretty much saying, I want a shot. Bayley attacks her, gets her down, but Naomi ultimately, in the end, sent Bayley running. After this, we got the dog food match. By the way, at this point, Kevin, did you know there's a stipulation in this match?
I mean, I heard rumors.
Like, if you had to take a shot every time Michael Cole said dog food tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Not just during the match. Because, he said it. If I had a DVR, I'd go back and count it during this match.
I'm pretty. You would. If you had to do a shot every time he said that, you'd have alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I mean.
It was just. Like, it was gratuitous. It was too much.
Was unsufferable tonight. Like, usually Michael Cole does not bother me, but Michael Cole got on my nerves so much tonight. And that wasn't just during the match. I mean, throughout the whole night, I heard dog food at least 400 times. It was ridiculous. But this match. Yeah, I don't know. This match was good last week. I enjoyed the match last week. And this match wasn't bad either. It's just I don't want to see Roman and Corbin no more. Okay. I mean, nothing.
Thank you.
And the thing is, they actually have good chemistry.
Oh yeah.
Like, even during the match tonight, when I saw a few spots, and I'm like, these guys work really well together. But at the same time, do you really need to? And if there's a title involved, I'd understand because
yes.
But just a upper mid card feud going 5 months,
I'm over it, man.
Because
like, what more are they gonna do anyway?
I want to say this feud has been going since right after Hell in a Cell, like the week after.
I think you're right.
So yeah, almost 4 months into this. I don't know. It's just
no. I figured it'd be squashed after, Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, I figured that was the climax, but like, I guess not. So
well, and I will say this,
who knows?
To defend them a little bit, after Roman, got the dog food treatment, it really, when you think about it, it was a matter of time, right? Like Corbin eventually had to get dog food.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason why they had this match was because Roman and Corbin had an agreement with each other that if one of them was getting dog food dumped on them, both of them were getting dog food,
And, as far as storytelling, as much as dog food should not be in a wrestling story. Don't get me wrong, this was a terrible thing to do, but once they did it to Roman, the end of the feud probably should have been Corbin getting covered with dog food too.
Yeah.
So, if we never see Baron versus Roman for another year after this, then I guess I'm okay with this as a payoff. Okay. Just as a, stories make sense kind of way, this was an okay way to end the feud. But if they come out next week,
oh my God, yeah,
and we're still doing this, they lose my only defense because I end it. Please.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, and I feel like that's even a bit of a stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like,
I'm just saying, and natural wrestling.
No. But it does make sense. Don't get me wrong, but it's like maybe even cool the feud off for a little while before Roman does that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do that too. But at the same time, I said, I don't want to see them. Like, if they did it 2 years down the road, then you'd have probably lost some of the heat that you had by Corbin doing it in the first place.
Well, no, I don't mean that long in the future, but I mean, maybe
that's
a couple months from now.
That's how long I want to wait before I see him in the ring again. So that's why I'm feeling it.
Oh, I don't even necessarily mean in the ring. Just like something happens, and
I don't want to see him interact. I don't want them in the same room. I want them to switch brands. I hope there's a brand. I want a draft next week.
Yeah, I want that. They typically do that like right after WrestleMania, right before WrestleMania, don't they?
Yeah, right after. Right after WrestleMania.
Right after. Okay.
I think I've seen a couple things saying they've already it's already in the works. They've already been planning for it. So I don't know. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I want Roman. Corbin can go to TN Impact right now. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, you think so?
Just keep him as far as Roman as possible.
Jesus.
Go New Japan. Yeah, send him to New Japan. Work out a deal. I don't care. I don't want to see Corbin and Roman Reigns on my TV at the same time.
Literally all the way across the world.
Yeah, send him to the moon. I don't care. Take a ring.
Jesus.
Take a wrestling ring. Put it up there. Send somebody up there every week to wrestle them. Put it on TV. Don't care as long as it ain't Roman and they're not in the same area. I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, Mars. We're talking about sending people to Mars. I don't care. Baron Corbin could be the first person in history to go to Mars, and I'd be okay with it. Just so he's not for Roman.
That's a hell of an angle too, So
I don't know. I mean this for real life. This ain't kayfabe. I want them as far as they can get. No,
Jesus.
I want them separated, man.
Sebastian ain't playing tonight.
I'm over Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns. I'm over it. I mean, I like them both. Even Corbin, I know Corbin gets a lot of hate, but I'm actually a Corbin fan. I think,
Oh yeah.
He's very good in the ring. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. He has one of the most unique movesets they are.
Oh, for sure.
When he has a mic in front of a live crowd, he's very good.
Yep.
His pre-tape stuff, it's weird, man. His pre-tape stuff, like at backstage, is not good. But once he gets in front of a live crowd, he knows how to play that crowd.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And
but yeah, I mean, to talk to his moves, I think the Deep Six is like maybe my favorite finisher in wrestling right now. It's badass.
In the end of days, and it's protected too. I'm trying to sit here and think if anybody's actually kicked out at the end of the days. It's probably the most protected finisher. Because even the F5, you have Roman kicking out of like 4 of them. And Seth's kicked out of some. I think Braun kicked out of 1. I can't.
Oh yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody that's kicked out at the end of days.
I can't either.
And if I'm wrong,
Braun kicked out of like 5 or 6 or something like in a row.
You mean
at
Roman?
That one show?
Wait,
was it Roman? Oh, I thought it was Braun because there was maybe he just F5'd him like 6-7 times in a row.
Yeah, that was Roman and Brock at Mania.
Okay.
Yeah, Roman was like bloodied and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. Everybody thought Roman was going to win, and Brock like re-signed that night to keep the belt. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, so I'm a fan of Corbin. Don't get me wrong. It's just it's been too long.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, unfortunately, like they're probably. I think we've talked about this on the show. I think when Kyle was on, he was talking about this, and I tend to agree with it. Unfortunately, that like Roman is probably their best baby face, and Baron's probably their best heel on SmackDown. Like it unfortunately makes some sense to like keep them, at least interacting with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong. I mean, when you talk about the depth chart on SmackDown, you're right. I mean, Roman's the number 1 babyface. I guess you can argue Daniel would be in that spot, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's not really an argument. And Corbin, he's probably well, I mean, you could say number 1 heel in a way because the Fiend, they portray him as a heel, but the Fiend is so over.
Yeah.
Do you really put the Fiend over him as far as a heel?
That's a difficult one, I don't personally, even though I think that's the route they're trying to take with it.
I guess it really depends on if you're in that boat at listens to what the live crowd is doing when you characterize them, or you're in a boat of feeding what WWE's giving to you. If you're just taking what they're giving to you, then you probably think he's a heel. But I mean, he's getting cheered everywhere he goes. I mean, he's over.
Yeah.
If you talk about a heel, then you want them to get the reaction that Baron Corbin's getting.
Exactly.
So I mean, you can make the argument that Corbin's ahead of the Fiend in that case, and you can, like I said, Bryan's about the only opposition to Roman as far as that goes, and
yep.
So I mean, I don't mind them.
Tough, right?
Yeah, I don't mind them interacting. It's just they've done it for so long. Give it a break. Come back. Come back to it later on if you want.
I'm totally with you. They need either to, like you said. I mean, it would probably make sense to send one of them to Raw, and get a baby face or heel. Well,
I mean, it's easy to do a draft. All right, who the hell sends somebody to Mars?
All right, fair enough. Send them to Mars, but
pay them a bonus. You pay them $1 billion to do it, and I wouldn't complain a bit. Just keep them away from Roman. I don't care. But no, we spent enough time on that. Let's see. should we talk about next? I guess we'll go to Sheamus. Sheamus's first match back on the Blue Brand was tonight.
Yeah.
You know, he's beat Shorty Gable twice.
Yep.
I would say that the feud should probably end, but here we were talking about how Roman and Corbin's been going 5 months.
Yep.
Is this feud over, or are we getting something new for Sheamus? Is he, I mean, we're talking about sitting here looking at the depth charts.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Bryan and Theme program is over, and I assume it is, I don't know how you can get any more definitive than what we had at the Rumble.
Absolutely.
Sheamus could work with, you know, a Daniel Bryan. If you really don't want to start, and again, this is assuming, I've said this for, you know, ever since we've been doing this show, I expect Roman and The Fiend to be the WrestleMania program.
Oh, 100%.
You know, if you don't want to start that until, you know, the end of February, because WrestleMania is the first week of April, so that would be 8 weeks if you started it then. You know,
that'd be a decent amount of time.
Maybe
I'd be into that.
Maybe have a month or so, you know, Sheamus working with Roman. You could do that.
Yep.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you know, Braun's the IC champ now. You can move him to a program with Braun.
Yeah.
That's about it. Unless you want to bring a Mustafa Ali in.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't been around for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And he's really good. I like him a lot, actually. I'd be into him coming back for sure.
And, you know, maybe they're going to do this thing where, you know, he did beat a smaller Shorty G. Maybe he moves on to a smaller Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where Daniel comes in after he beats them two, and he talks about beating up all these smaller people. Daniel's like, hey, remember me? We have unfinished business. Remember when you beat me in 7 seconds? Yeah, I'm not that guy no more.
Plus, you know, Brian's he's a smaller guy too.
So, you know, maybe that's the plan. And I got this sneaky thing too. The only reason I take that out, kinda, is I feel like maybe, just maybe, they're gonna throw Bryan in with the Fiend and Roman at Mania.
Yeah.
Make it a triple threat. I mean, that would.
I wouldn't put it past them, that's for sure.
No, I wouldn't. And it wouldn't really. You know, you're sitting there thinking, you know, fan reaction. Roman would probably get booed against the Fiend.
Yeah.
And yeah, he will probably still get booed against Daniel and the Fiend in a triple threat, but would it be as bad? You know, split up between 3 ways instead of 2.
Yeah,
so,
and that would be a way you could
protect the Fiend.
And get the belt on Roman if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, so, you know, it's possible maybe.
Yeah.
It's just the babyface side of SmackDown, man. There's just not many options. We talked about Roman, Braun, Daniel. Past that, you have Kofi, but Kofi's in a tag division now. And
Yep.
Past that, you got Shorty G, and he's already done that. You got Elias, and Elias seems to be working with Sami Zayn here late in a little while. It seems like they're building tension between them. If Sami really wants to get back in the ring, I'm not really sure what's going on with Sami.
Well, you know, and not only, you know, I mean, it feels more like Elias is definitely, you know, turning face.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
And then, like I said, you got Mustafa Ali, but once you get past those, I mean, there's nobody. I don't have the roster in front of me, but.
Well, Cesaro, what's he been?
He's been heel. He's been working with Sami and Nakamura, isn't he?
Well, yeah. But like, you know, since Nakamura lost, like, Do you think that's gonna stick together though? Like, cause like I could see him doing something like out on his own. You know what I mean?
No, it's no. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that anyway. We'll just go ahead and get into that. What is the future of this group? That's what I wanted to ask you. You had Shinsuke lose, Sammy. Really, the first time I've seen him get that mad, like like that's what I said. He built up enough tension with the last night where you felt like Sammy wanted to get in the ring with him. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
And then Cesaro went out there and got his butt whooped. And I don't know if you noticed this, Kev. It might have been a work. I'm not sure exactly how he fell out of the ring, so I can't say. Cesaro was holding on to that knee really awkwardly.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
And like I said, I wasn't watching when he got through out or whatever, so I don't know if he landed weird or, if he was just selling. I don't know, but
yeah,
it looked odd, and it looked kind of like AJ looked at the Rumble, if you know what I mean. Like it was a real concern.
Oh,
so just facial expression, it looked like he was actually hurting something. So I don't know.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, me too. You got AJ out, you got Samoa Joe out. WrestleMania season always seems to take a couple, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. And poor Samoa Joe, he's a victim of it every year.
I know, man. Just when he's getting like a really, really good push too right now. Yeah. Like, it's just I feel so bad for him because he's so over right now. And it's awesome, and I'm really into what they're doing with him. Yeah. I mean, it just sucks.
And that's one thing. We shit on WWE a lot for, they should have pushed this guy and should have pushed that guy and whatever. Like, Hideo Itami, for example. Ever since he went to New Japan, everybody's like, well, WWE's really missed the boat with Itami. He's now Kenta, of course. But if you look back at his WWE run, he was injured for a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's like people want to blame WWE for people getting hurt. They got a business to run. As talented as you are, if they can't rely on you to go out there every night, especially when you're talking championships,
right?
You're probably not going to get one. And
yep.
That's just a sad truth. As much as I love Samoa Joe, I think we're heading toward that territory now where I'm not as far as like, man, they really should have gave Joe a belt or, he needs a belt. Like if I'm to the point now where if I'm in charge, I got to really think about if I'm, if I really want to risk it enough to get the belt on it. Because he's just so frequently hurt anymore.
Yeah, it sucks. It hurts to say because he's so good and he deserves it.
Yeah, he does. As a talent, he does. But as far as reliability,
no. I mean you're right. He's been hurt, more over the last year than he's been.
Especially since he came up to the main roster. If you remember, as soon as he came out,
oh yeah,
he attacked Seth while Seth was feuding with Triple H. And he got hurt that night, I want to say.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And he got took out of that one. So, I don't know, man. It really sucks. He's an amazing talent. You can't...
Bad set of circumstances.
You can't name 5 better people on a mic than Samoa Joe. He could lose 20 matches in a row, and he'd get a mic, and you'd think he was going to win the next one. I mean, that's how talented he was.
Absolutely.
Or is. I mean, I'm sitting here acting like he retired or something. He is that talented.
Oh yeah.
But,
well, I gotta think that he's got a future in commentating after.
Yeah, he did really well. He really did. I enjoyed it.
I liked him a lot. Like the Raw commentating, he elevated the Raw commentating when he was on there. Like it was. So much better.
It was. I really enjoyed Joe, and then from everything I seen, even Samoa Joe, I believe, said it. Vince loved him on commentary.
Oh, nice.
As soon as
good. So he probably.
As soon as he came backstage, Vince was like, "You're a natural," and that Vince was.
Yeah.
I didn't say that deep enough as Vince. I don't know. You're a natural. Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
It's such good shit.
Yeah, I mean, man, what a time to be Vince McMahon right now. You got XFL starting next month.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, you're going back to Saudi Arabia. Your co-presidents, I don't know if you've seen this, Kevin. Their co-presidents got let go.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, their stock price has went like down to $40-some when it was like 90.
Holy! Oh my God, they're hurting right now. I guess.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and don't get me wrong, that's expected when you lose two of your, pretty much top people in the company.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they're dead, because they're not. As
Jesus.
soon as they
not even close.
As soon as they hire somebody in, it'll go right back up. But yeah, I mean, what a time to be in headquarters right now. I say they're running around like. Have you ever seen the SpongeBob meme of like everybody running around while everything's on fire? Like
yeah.
Yeah, that's WWE headquarters right now. Like,
100%, 100%.
just had to rumble like. Yeah, Drew won.
Oh, I know.
We had a really good show. Drew's going to be pushed as the next top star. We're in a good place. And then 3 days later, here we are.
Yeah. You're right, though. I don't think they have a goddamn thing in the world to worry about as soon as they get those people back. And,
I mean, I've seen so many people on Twitter overreact to this and act like they know how the company works. Like, oh, yeah, they're dead in the water. And like, you didn't even know these people's names before today.
Yeah.
I just want you to know.
Not only that. Like, WWE's too big. Like, they're not going anywhere. Like, just stop it.
Yeah. Like, you know what? You didn't even know their names before they got released. So they must not have been too important. I mean, sure, they're presidents, but yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure they were important to, like, some of the business operations and stuff like that. But, like, as far as, like, the product and stuff like that.
The product we see on TV probably has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
I mean, the marketing and stuff like that, sure. Yeah, I mean, the stuff we don't really think about as fans, yeah, I'm sure they have a lot to do with that stuff. But as far as what us fans need to worry about, I don't know.
I couldn't care any less.
Yeah,
like, literally.
I mean, I didn't know who they were before they got released, and I still don't know who they were. I haven't even Googled their names to see what they're about or anything. Like,
Jesus, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I never even would have noticed had you not told me. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about buying some stock, to be honest with you. I was like, if I had money, I'd probably buy a couple things of stock for them right now, where it is so cheap.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That would be a good idea, because they're. You're right. I mean, it's bound to go, like, right back up.
Yeah, it seems like somebody is probably going. I mean.
Yeah.
When they get the time, I mean, shit, this is Mania season. Like,
oh, yeah.
I got so much stuff, and once you add XFL, man, it's just a lot of stuff going on. But, that's what I talk about on SmackDown. Are you a fan of Naomi going after Bayley? This is a fresh feud. We sit here and talked about, on the men's side.
Yeah.
Who's going to face who? There's not many options, but this is a fresh option for the women's division.
Absolutely. I'm totally for it. And I thought Naomi fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Like, I was so... That was probably my favorite part of the whole night. Like, that was badass.
Yeah, I don't know what she was wearing on her head.
That was weird. That was a little weird. It was trippy as hell, though, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. Somebody in our Discord chat was like, "Is it a beehive?" And I was like,
It kind of did look like a beehive. Jesus Christ.
I was like, I don't think it was a beehive. I mean, I really don't know what it was, but I don't think it was that. But,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for Naomi. I don't think this is somebody said, yeah, I want to see that stretch to Mania. I don't think that's a Mania match.
Nah, me either.
But as far as, I almost said Saudi Arabia, but I don't know. You might get.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe, but we've had one before, but are they? I don't know. Like,
I mean, I think mostly. Well, I think that, their beliefs or whatever, like Sami Zayn might play a,
Yeah.
factor as well.
Bayley or Naomi, I mean, the Usos have went, so I don't think, not saying Naomi follows her man everywhere or anything like that, but,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I mean,
But her husband went, so if she has any of the same thoughts about the matter, then she would probably go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bayley, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know if any of the women would actually turn it down. Like, it's pretty historic.
It'd be hard to say no.
It's historic, man. I mean, you go out there, and I understand this is just a wrestling match. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna change the culture over there. But what it does do, and if you watch the first one, Natalya and Lacey, if you looked at those little girls' faces when they came out, man, it gives them hope, and I'm all about that. I get that the Saudi government has done some shitty things. I get it. But at the same time, I don't think we should punish the kids over there for it. I don't think we should punish the citizens for it. I mean, I know there's reasons that you can make it they shouldn't go, but, if Donald Trump, God forbid, anything like this, but say he bombed China, should me in Kentucky get blamed for it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can't control what their government does, so I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I get the argument why they should or shouldn't go, but at the same time, once you see those kids' faces light up when they do go over there and have these shows, it makes you feel kind of good for those kids. And it does give them hope with the women. If Bayley and Naomi had a match over there,
oh yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think you're right. I mean, if anything, I feel like it should be used as a tool to kind of bring us together more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's freaking wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, it's not going to change the way their government works. It's not.
No.
But for that brief 15 minutes, you have these little girls over there sitting in the crowd and on their TV, at home, saying, maybe I can do this.
Yeah, exactly.
And as shitty as that government is, let's not punish those kids for it. That's the way I feel about it.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's, even further than that. And I agree, I respect, the men and women of the WWE that will not do that show out of protest.
Yeah,
that's their prerogative.
That's their beliefs. I'm just saying, like...
No.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I just feel like to me, it's just wrestling, man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna make everybody's night. You know what I'm saying? Like going over there and doing that.
Yeah.
And they're not the ones, like you were saying. They're not the people that are making the shitty decisions that.
And, I'm sure somebody listening to this. Well, yeah, but the government people are in the front row. Okay. Sure, they are, but are the citizens going to kick them out? No. With every little bit of good in this world, unfortunately, there's a little bit of bad in a way.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. And,
yep.
I have a kid. And, Kev, do you have a kid, Kev?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I thought you did. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Vince is the only one without a kid on our show.
I think you're right.
When I see my daughter's face light up, man, it means the world to me, no matter what it is.
Absolutely.
And I watched the Natalya and Lacey live, and that's why I watched it. I wanted to see that match, and I wanted to see how the crowd reacted. And it was a really good reaction. You had one jackass. I don't know who it was. The camera didn't pick up, the throw, but you will see a water bottle kind of get thrown in at Natalya on her entrance. But
stupid.
Yeah, for the most part, it was a great reaction. You had women there crying. You had kids. Like I said, yeah, the government's there. I get it. But I don't know.
To me, doing something like that, like having the women's match, over there, does more culturally for Saudi Arabia
Yeah, and
and
that's what I meant.
America.
And that's why I brought it up with Bailey and Naomi.
Yeah,
I'm sure if they were offered, they would love to go over there and inspire those girls and inspire the women. And
first women's championship match over there. Hell yeah!
I mean, they'd
be historic. You're totally right. Yeah,
but you know what? I understand they had a match, but I'm not sure if they're ready to have a championship match because I feel like once you go past that, if you send them out there in a t-shirt, like, full body dress like they was, Lacey and Natalia, would it have a championship feel and all that? So I'm not sure. And two, if they're going to have one women's match, because, we've had one, but we haven't seen more than one. We haven't had 2 or 3 or whatever in one show. Would they be the one to get the nod, or would you send some random non-title over there, or would you send Becky? I mean, I don't know Becky's beliefs, but Becky's a star. So unfortunately, so far from what we've seen, there's only 2 people that get the nod. Hopefully that changes. I would like to see all 3 titles defended if they have to go over there, but we're not there yet. Unfortunately,
we'll see.
And we still got Chamber. We still got the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and it's only a week off, so if they wanted to start building that right now, they could, and it'd just be a week between the 2 events, and, it's not a lot to have to overrun.
Elimination Chamber, that's like one of my favorites. I love that.
Yeah, and, actually, we'll talk about Elimination Chamber in a little bit. But, yeah, I think hopefully Sasha Banks gets healthy. Unfortunately, we were talking about injuries a little bit ago. Sasha's out with injury.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why she's. If you remember, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, they advertised Lacey and Sasha, but then they said that she was out doing a rap album.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Then,
I remember now.
And then the week after, Lacey attacked her backstage, and then they put Bailey in there with her, so Sasha didn't have to compete. And and that's why she wasn't in the Rumble. She has an ankle injury, and it's worse than they originally expected. It hasn't healed yet.
That sucks.
So hopefully, that heals. And you got Ember Moon and Nia Jax. I mean, across the board,
still on the
the women's had a rough time too. We sit here talk about the men, managers. The women's, they had it just as bad.
Yeah, that really sucks, man. Because Ember Moon is nothing but talent, and. It's just, I feel so bad for her,
Yeah, she dropped an interview, too. She dropped an interview saying that right shortly before she got injured, she was told by one of the higher-ups, I don't know if she said Vince or not, but she was told by a higher-up that it was her time. And then 2 weeks later, she's out. So, it sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus.
Man, it really hurts in wrestling too because you're literally out there. Like, it's a grind, man. Especially if you're if you're in the indies, it's still a grind, but unless you book it, you're in charge of your own bookings in that point. But in WWE, you got live events 4 days out of the week, and then you got your TV show, and then you got your pay-per-view, and you got to drive. And it's a grind, man. You put in all that work. You finally get there where you're told it's your time, and you get hurt. That's heartbreaking. Right?
Yeah. Terrible. Yeah, because it is. I mean, they expect a lot out of their wrestlers in WWE, for sure.
And I haven't heard anything of this either. I was hoping when they got their big old Fox money or whatever, they would kind of help them out. Because, unfortunately, they got to pay for their home gas and hotel.
No shit, really?
Yeah, they gotta pay for.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, they do.
Vince McMahon, you cheapskate.
Yeah, and they don't got insurance. There's a lot of things that WWE could do to make.
Oh yeah. Well, they're independent contractors.
Yeah, and they even got there's some, I think, it gets this treatment that somebody takes care of their getting their flights and stuff. But Roman, Roman's been on record saying, you know, I'm home maybe 2 days a week, and one of them days I'm on my computer trying to figure out the fastest flight, the fastest drive, fastest rental car. Like, a lot of these guys are having to plan this stuff.
That's crazy.
They don't even have anybody in WWE to plan their flights. And, you know, if you don't want to let them pay for stuff, maybe hire a couple people to do that. There's a lot of things WWE could do to help their talent with all this money. I guess this is a bad time to say this when their stock went down $50 or whatever.
Yeah, no shit.
But, you know, once it recovers.
Well, you know, Roman's been on record a lot being critical about stuff like that, you know.
And he should. I mean, look.
Oh, absolutely.
I get they're independent contractors. In a way, I get it. In a way, I don't. Yeah, actually. You know, you say that, but at the same time, you sign these contracts and you're exclusive. You can't work for another company and blah, blah, blah. You know, it don't really sound independent to me.
Yeah.
It's really, I don't know, it's sad. But
yeah.
Obviously the money for some is good enough, and they still make it work. And
oh yeah.
But there's that.
I'm just saying. I think that there's a perception that these dudes like have just millions of dollars laying around and everything taken care of for them and shit like that.
No,
and that's just not the reality of it, you know. Like, I think that's all like, you know, dudes like Roman Reigns are trying to say. Like, not that he has it bad or anything.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, there's a lot worse out there in you know, Roman's situation. But you know, when you're home, you want to spend time with the kids. You shouldn't have to worry about or take so many few hours out of that time that you could be spending with your kids trying to plan your flight and plan your travel. And
especially when you're home 2 days a week.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm sure if there's a pay-per-view or something, it's probably less than that. I mean.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just wish WWE, especially now with the Saudi money and Fox money, and they got the money. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel bad for these guys, and that, like you said, they don't got the worst in the world, and they chose this life. They did. I'll give you that. But
absolutely. But that doesn't mean they deserve to be taken advantage of.
Should you be punished for really trying to get as much for your kids as you can? Like, you know what I mean? It's just.
Well, not only that, I feel like, you know, all these dudes are like super fucking talented too, and they deserve to be paid for their talents. You know, and especially like the kind of sacrifices that they make to, you know, put on those shows and shit like that. It's, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Yep. I feel like
absolutely. So hopefully, like I said, WWE figure stuff out to help them out with that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, Jesus, they should at least give them like health insurance. You know.
Oh, absolutely. That's. I'd like to see this in a way, but in a way I wouldn't, because I don't think it should have to come to that, and two, I'm afraid what would happen if it did, if we would go so many weeks without shows or whatever. But it'd be really interesting to see what would happen if they tried to get a labor board or a union.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, okay. This is the way that I feel about that. As a fan, I like kind of don't want him to, because I like having all the shows and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. You know,
but like as a person,
they should.
Oh, I think they totally should. Yeah.
So it's hit and miss as a human being, like just, you know, thinking morally. Yeah, they definitely should. But as a guy, you know, I like my weekly wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh man, but maybe Vince will be stubborn, and then they'll like have a lockout. You know, it wouldn't be a lockout.
Yeah.
But as NBA, NFL terms, a lockout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be. Yeah, it'd totally be possible if they did something like that. You know,
it'd be interesting. You know, where we ever lived to see that, it was tried before back in the day, and Jesse Ventura.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, a big old thing. Jesse Ventura was trying to get it started, and Hulk Hogan toed on him, and Vince escorted him out or what. I don't know exactly the 42. It was before I was alive.
Oh Jesus! I didn't know anything about that. No shit.
But yeah, that's why Jesse Ventura and didn't really work out with Vince McMahon.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but man, we got off topic tonight, and it's really
We
weird.
did.
We had a show with a return. Well, not a return because she came back at the Rumble, but a return to weekly TV. We had a new champ.
Yeah.
And then we had a dog food match.
Yeah. Boo to the dog food match. I liked the.
I mean, like I say, if this is how the feud ends, then hats off to you. Good job. Let's just never do it again. This is a one-time thing.
Yeah.
But
I guess.
if they come back next week and this is still going, then it gets an F.
Yeah. What was the point of even doing that?
Yeah. But
and I hear you. I hear you. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I think dog food is stupid or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean tonight it was mostly like a rehash for the most part, except for like the Shinsuke Nakamura Braun Strowman match. Obviously Intercontinental Championship, and then the Naomi stuff. Well, and the women's match too, which was a good match, and I felt like the women's stuff was the stronger stuff of the night, to be honest with you. Like both segments that the women had tonight.
Yeah, that's probably was. No, we had. I'd probably put the title change ahead of it, but other than that, yeah, you're probably.
Oh
right.
yeah. Those. Yeah, but you're right. I don't know why. I fucking had a brain fart. I forgot about it for a second. But yeah, that's definitely.
We'll get in that just a little bit before we get off, because I can't remember if we said. Do you think this group's gonna last? The Sammy.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That's where we started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't see it like.
I thought tonight was the seeds of them parting ways. Sammy started to show some fire again. Nakamura, I don't know where Nakamura would go from here, unless him and Cesaro stayed as a tag team, maybe. But as far as a singles guy, I don't know where Nak goes. They just haven't shown enough confidence in him. They gave him a couple belts.
Yep.
But the title reigns, he's defended the belt 3 times in 6 months before tonight.
I know, it's been awful,
and
frankly.
This was the first time since October, since his last one.
Jesus Christ.
So, and his U.S. title reign wasn't really that impressive either. So, I don't know.
No.
It's like they want to push him, but once they actually do it, they're like, but now he has to fill TV time, and now he can't really do promos. And I thought they fixed that with Sami Zayn getting paired up with him, and that turned out not to be the case. And
they didn't gel together for me. Like it never really worked, you know.
I liked it when they started it, and then I felt like when they brought Cesaro in, it kind of turned. And I guess it really hurt that Sammy isn't wrestling, because Cesaro and Sammy could have been the tag team, but no. Once Cesaro came in there, they threw Nakamura in tag matches with him, and I don't know.
I would have been way more into Cesaro and Sammy as a tag team too, honestly.
It just never really got going. The first 3 weeks or so, I was pretty into it, and then I saw it wasn't really changing much. Brauns the champ now, though. Where we go with Shinsuke, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't really show the confidence in him right now. I don't think.
I'd be into a Cesaro Braun feud now.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or you could throw Sheamus. That was actually my next question. What do you think? Does Shinsuke get a rematch, or we're going to see, like we mentioned earlier, Sheamus maybe getting a shot? If the Corbin feud's over with Roman, does Corbin fall in there?
That's true. He could be. I could see Sheamus and Cesaro getting in there, and I think that would be badass. With their history. Maybe a triple threat match at Mania or something like that.
Maybe. That'd be cool.
How
long does Braun hold the belt?
I would maybe that match would be when he loses it. I feel like,
at Mania?
yeah.
God, I say you gotta have it, and it's weird because they've already fucked themselves with the Fiend, and now you got that belt on the Fiend. You don't know how to get out
that's
of that.
true. I didn't even think about
and
that.
Now you kind of put yourself as not exactly the same situation because we have seen Braun lose. But it's been to guys like Brock and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Other than that, Braun's not lost to anybody.
That's true.
So
maybe he would lose the belt to Shenanigans before that, like at one of the shows before Mania, and then win it back.
That's possible.
At Mania. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
But it's WWE. They won't do that. They don't book Braun that strong, you know. It's just they just don't.
It really depends on. Like last week, I was like, after he was out there dancing and singing.
I know.
He was singing last week. I'm like, well, they're turning into the big show. Like they booked him strong in a sense of who he loses to. Like I said, he's only lost to Brock, Seth, and Roman. I don't think he's actually lost to anybody else, like being pinned or anything like that. And that's 3 of the top guys in the business, in their company.
Yep. And he's beaten all 3 of those guys too.
Other than Brock.
So.
Yeah, he's not beat Brock.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Did he beat Seth? I can't remember if he beat Seth. He didn't for a belt, but like a non-title, I don't know if he pinned Seth or non-title.
Yeah.
He did beat Roman. I mean, he had some victories over Roman. But yeah, I mean, as far as who he's lost to, he's been booked well. But once you throw him in these tag teams with kids and have them dancing with the New Day and singing with Elias, you take the badass away from him in a way. And
yeah.
So it really depends on what way they want to go now. Do you want to send him the way like, he was when he was facing these top tier guys, or are you going to have him as a comedy role? Because if you have him the monster like we seen a while back, I don't know how you get the belt off of him in a logical way. Similar to the Fiend.
Yeah.
So maybe the Fiend and Braun, they hold their belts for a while. I don't know. It's interesting to handicap, and Raw is kind of a situation too. Brock has the belt, and now Andrade is suspended for 30 days with the belt.
Yeah, no champions basically.
So, I mean, at least SmackDown has their champs, I guess. There's that.
Yeah.
Well,
Brock has been on TV.
He has, but
3
weeks.
He hasn't.
Yeah, well,
in ring.
I was about to say that, and then I was like, well, the Fiend ain't really been in the ring ever in pay-per-views either, so.
Well, okay. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, a lot of, I don't know, a lot of champs that is either not on TV or just pay-per-view only matches. I don't know. It'll be interesting, and, I'm very excited to get to Mania.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of nice rumors going around, As polarizing it is, I don't mind seeing Roman versus The Fiend. I think they could tell a really good story there. I mean, you can go back to Bray and Roman, a line that I'm sure a lot of, I don't know if you remember this, Kev. I can't remember exactly when you said you started watching again, but Bray telling Roman, anyone but you, Roman.
No.
Yeah, I mean...
That must have been before I started watching again.
So, I mean, they have this history. And that was right after the Daniel Bryan stuff when Roman kind of got knocked out of it by the fans. And they was kind of playing up to it. Bray was like, anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you. So, they got this history. There's a really cool story they could tell. Brock and Drew, obviously... all for it. The rumors going around that Charlotte will be facing Rhea Ripley. I'm down for that.
Yep.
If Becky versus Shayna's thing, I'm good with that. Bayley versus Sasha, maybe I'm good with that. I mean, I'm looking forward to Mania. I expect a really good card.
Oh, yeah.
Elimination Chamber is coming up. Like you said, it's one of my favorite matches.
Oh, yeah.
So we got that. We got Saudi, as much as the mixed feelings is about that. I would like to see that kind of taken out, not because it was at Saudi specifically, but that's just a lot of pay-per-views before Mania.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of stuff jungled up. You don't really have time to let things breathe. You got Elimination Chamber a week after that.
Yep. That's always the case with a Saudi show, though.
Yeah, they throw it out of whack. They really do.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, like we were saying earlier, based on what the card is so far for it, I'm more excited for this Saudi show than any other one that I've ever watched.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, last time I enjoyed the last Saudi show. There was some stuff, like Brock and Kane that lasted 90 seconds or whatever. Yeah. That was meh. But, I enjoyed overall the last Saudi show, and that was the first one I actually enjoyed. And they did important stuff. It wasn't a glorified house show. So, if they give us shows like that, then sure. But, I wish it was spaced out a little bit better.
Oh yeah, it's a little too much. I agree with you.
Take some of these B-level pay-per-views out, or C-level pay-per-views, and just replace them with them if you got to go there 2 times a year or whatever.
Yeah.
But man,
agreed.
That's about it for us tonight. We're at 70 minutes right now, so we're gonna get off.
Oh damn.
I will see you next Friday, maybe Wednesday. I don't know what the plan is. Like I said, we might have had a member, taking exit due to personal reasons. So I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Our whole schedule might be kind of mixed up. I'm not sure when. I will actually, sitting here thinking about it, I got a throwback in the morning with Jay. So, I got that.
What show are you guys doing?
2000 Royal Rumble.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so that's cool. The one with Cactus and Triple H in the street fight, and you had a tables match between the Hardys and Dudleys, and some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So check that out. If you're into the retro stuff, the throwbacks, very good show to talk about. Fun, especially that street fight, man. Really good match.
Oh, I imagine.
But that's all for us. Like and subscribe on YouTube, guys. Help us out. Get to 100. Download. Yes. You can download us on Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes. We're available on a lot, man. Anything. If you can't find an app that has us, then I don't know what phone you got. I don't know what to tell you. You're out of luck, because I don't know.
And you don't want to be out of luck.
No, you don't want to be out of luck, man. We try to do some good stuff here. We got so many different personalities from really all across the country. Well, not all across, but different states.
We cover a lot of the eastern.
Yeah, we got New York. We got New York, Ohio, North Carolina, Kentucky, Chicago. Rob was in Michigan. We even had for a little bit a guy from the UK. So, we covered some ground here at the Smackdown podcast, man. Different personalities. We cover
international
AEW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, throwbacks, pay-per-views, or predictions. My bad. Check us out, guys. And if you have anything to add or would like us to cover, or anything we can improve on, just let us know. All right, we want to talk wrestling with you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Interaction.
Y'all have a good night, and I will see you later on.
Bye.